this beautiful 29th morning of September 2022. And of course, as usual in the newspaper review, we always begin the newspaper review on the business note, and Eze will be doing that this morning.
Okay, welcome to newspaper review for today. Like always, we'll start with Business Day newspaper, and let's start with this story quickly. Inflation outpaces Nigeria's real wages by 100%. Inflation outpaces Nigeria's real wages by 100%. People will always say, wahala they increase, bill they increase, but salary no they increase.
I'm telling you, salary is just static. Every other thing is dynamic.
But I'm also concerned with the percentage mentioned here at which inflation has outpaced wages. He said by 100%. Is a very disheartening one. And it's not as if minimum wage has increased since all of this. Just on Tuesday, the interest rate was increased to 15%, but wages and salary are still
where they are.
So what do we do?
And prices of goods and commodities.
Price of when you talk about inflation, obviously you look at the price of commodities.
It's not even looking at your wages or your salaries, whether they are increasing or decreasing.
Some time ago, I was discussing with a friend. I remember sometime earlier this year, we do go out to buy noodles. You know, Madam Oya, do noodles for us now, with maybe one egg. I remember a sachet like that with one egg. We used to buy at 350. It was on Saturday I was discussing with Lassis. We used to buy at 350.
Yeah.
Understand? But right now it's around 550 or 600.
Wow.
Almost 100% increase.
Can you imagine?
This thing I'm telling you is like few months down.
Oh, wow.
It's a very sad one, but I believe God will see us through.
He has to.
Page 29 of Business Day newspaper is where you get that story. And Shell buys Nigeria-based Star Power. Shell buys Nigeria-based Star Power. I'm surprised when I saw this story earlier this morning. If you remember, sometime earlier this year, there were rumors that Shell is planning to leave Nigeria. They were trying to, sell their assets here in Nigeria to some other investors. But I'm surprised to see that they are buying Nigeria-based Star Power.
Maybe they are trying to diversify.
If they are trying to diversify, we'll definitely know. But this one, even though it hasn't materialized, I remember too that they have a couple of court issues.
Okay.
Yeah, court issues with some communities there in Niger Delta. I think these are part of the things that stalled their the sale of the company or that. But them also investing again.
Probably they are trying to invest in some other things that would not generate such kind of issues that the oil generates. So instead of investing more in oil that they are still having issues with, probably they are trying to invest in some other things that will not have such issues as spillage like oil had.
Okay, it makes me happy when I see that these multinationals are staying. But it saddens me when I hear that they want to leave, because it will be a very bad one for us. Page 29 of Business Day newspaper. Weak Naira, forest scarcity cripple imports. We've talked much about this story, the lack of forests, and
it's no longer a news. It's no longer a news that. It's no longer in use.
Different manifestos are coming up. I know that of PDP's presidential aspirant is out. Yeah, Atiku Abubakar, and yesterday they held their book launch. And if you've listened to that, maybe you can tell us. I have, but I wouldn't want to spill. Be the one to tell us below the comment section. That of P2B I had is 95% ready. That of APC presidential aspirant Bola Ahmed Tinubu, I also heard from Adams Oshomole, who happens to be part of the campaign committee, said it is ready. They are just waiting for one or two things to be fixed so they can come up. So I know that of Kwankwaso too, NNPP, obviously. So we want to listen to them and see how they want to tackle forest scarcity in the country. That is where I'm driving at.
Not just my own issue is not just to hear them speak out this thing. If you speak very well and you enter into the office, will you translate your spoken word into reality?
Okay, let's start with first now. That is spoken words now. Okay. You need to speak well before we believe.
We've been hearing spoken words since democracy began in this country. We've been hearing spoken word. In fact, let's continue.
Last week, okay, let me not go to, I want page 2 of Business Day newspaper, and the lead story coming from Business Day newspaper. Peter Obi leads in new poll. Google search interest. Jobs, economy drive decisions of most respondents. Another poll. I think this is it the third one or so?
I think so.
I think it's the third one. And he has been in the I'm just wondering if all these polls, we see them, at the end of the day, becoming reality. I know, especially the youths, these are the kind of news they want to hear. But these opinion polls, do they really matter?
To an extent. Depending on the margins. But depending on the margins.
Because I know that most of these polls are conducted online, and if you check stats, the greater number of Nigerians are offline. Yes. So I'm serious. Yeah. The number of people without internet access and phone. Check it.
Yeah, but
we are over 200 million.
But then looking at the way the voluntary and organized rallies have been going, the online poll should give you a background or an insight to what everybody is saying.
I also learned recently that most of these polls are conducted by individuals who, is obvious, they are supporters of Peter Obi. So you expect anything to happen?
I don't think that's true. Yeah.
I've also seen concerns with regards to the methodology at which these polls are conducted.
Okay.
Obviously, the kind of questions that are being asked, and looking at the facts too, that some are very much reluctant to talk.
The thing is, whenever this kind of thing is happening, you will definitely get various angles, especially from those who it's not favoring. You will get a lot of reactions from them. If you go on social media, all of the influencers is always hammering on everything that is happening and how these people are doing these ones are not doing like this, because it's not favoring them. So everybody would have their own part of the perspective of whatever is happening with the poll, just because it's not.
So don't you think if I happen to be a supporter of Bola Ahmed Tinubu and I happen to raise a poll, I can decide to pull up anything I want because I am a supporter of
you
Bola
can
Ahmed.
pull up any questions you are pulling up, but then you are not the only person who's going to view that post. There are some persons who are supporting other candidates that will view the post and they will answer your question.
And that is what brings me to the question. These polls, how transparent are they to show us, okay, this is the matrix, this is, okay, it's reading, this is what. It's just like if I go on Twitter and raise a poll, everybody sees the stats. This is the percentage that has voted for this. But for most of these polls we've seen so far, we are yet to see the back end of it.
But don't you trust this one?
That is why I told you that from what I've seen so far and from what I've researched, it's obvious most of these people who raise these polls are supporters of the Labour Party's presidential aspirant.
I didn't think so.
That is much we can take from this.
All right, moving away from Business Day newspaper this morning. If you're just joining us, it's Broad Street Radio newspaper review with Semosinachi and 𝐒𝐞𝐰. You can be a part of the conversation by reaching out to us via WhatsApp on 0809-791-0074. And for sponsorship and advert placement on Broad Street Radio, you can reach out to 0809-791-0073. You could also drop off your comment at the comment section below this video on Facebook at Broad Street Radio NG. We'll be moving straight to review the leadership newspaper this morning. Okay, I don't want to start with the the campaign kickoff. Let's go to this story. Bagauda Kauto's mother, Hamdallah Hotel, says no records of ex-US envoy Hank's lodging. Okay, this is an international story, and it's coming from page 4 of the leadership newspaper. It seems as if most of the stories here are political stories. Okay.
Obviously, what do you expect?
I've been trying to look out for a story that has to do with business or any other thing, but then all of them are political. All right, let's take this this one. This one is a good news for government workers and some private individuals. Independence Day, federal government declares Monday public holiday. Page 6 of the leadership newspaper. Federal government okays National Sugar Master Plan Phase 2. Targets $350 million annually and 110,000 jobs. I hope all of these written headlines translate into reality.
Let's see first the headlines and then we'll talk about reality.
We've been seeing headlines and no reality.
You will count 1 before you count 10 now. Or you want to jump to 10? No, I'm only asking.
No, I'm not going to say anything because I'm going to be waiting for you in front. Don't worry, not today.
Don't be surprised, I will overtake you.
No problem. Overtaking is allowed. Okay.
So,
all right, you want to get more details on this Sugar Master Plan Phase 2 by the federal government? You go to page 33 of the leadership newspaper. Away from that story, we have Prince Salman emerges Saudi Arabia Prime Minister. That is also coming from page 6 of the leadership newspaper. Gunmen kill 4 soldiers, 1 civilian in Anambra. Page 18 of the leadership newspaper. And finally, Yobe North, Lawan loses out as court affirms Machina as APC candidate. It's a very interesting story. Page 28 of the leadership newspaper. The boldly written headline says 2023 campaign kick off. Presidential candidates sell their governance agenda to Nigerians.
Yeah. We slightly talked about it earlier. It's good we look at their agendas, their manifesto, and then people can begin to decide.
Yeah. All right. You want to see what the presidential candidates have sold to us or are selling to Nigerians? Page 4 of the leadership newspaper is where to go, and that's much we will take on the leadership newspaper.
Let's go straight to the Guardian newspaper. Okay, let's start with the camp of PDP. Article canvasses unity as Wike camp shunts campaign flag off. Wike will remain in PDP to fight for inclusivity, to tell own side of party crisis Friday.
Wow.
Okay. NEC member reveals plot to unseat Ayu, derail articles campaign. And Obi meets Afenifere leaders in Ijebu, promises not to let Yoruba down. Falaye Olajide down commission kick against Afenifere. At the book launch, that was it yesterday? It was yesterday or the day before yesterday.
I think it was yesterday.
It was yesterday. Yeah, it was yesterday, and still the weakest camp are missing. Wike wasn't there. Autumn wasn't there. Makinde wasn't there. 𝐒𝐞𝐯𝐢𝐞𝐫 wasn't there. Donald Duke wasn't there. Jang wasn't there. Who other? Bode George, wasn't there. I'm looking at the big names that we are missing.
All of these figures have
that of the governor of Enugu State too. 𝐒𝐞𝐰𝐬𝐨 wasn't there as well. Interestingly, 𝐒𝐞𝐰 Okowa was there. He is. He definitely will be there. Which other name was there? Obaseke was there as well.
Okay.
And some other northern elite too were present at that book launch. But I'm interested in Wike's camp, who it seems is getting from, I don't know.
Well, like he said from one of the writers he read, that he's going to remain there until there is inclusive.
Sometimes there are persons who say they stand with you, but in reality they are not with you. In fact, it is better they don't say they are with you, so you don't look up to them.
No, but this one he's fighting for a clear cause.
That's what I'm saying now. His presence needs to. There is that impact he creates.
Sure, and if the party sees it that these guys camp is very, very important, they should listen to him, since he's not fighting out of context. They should pay attention to whatever he's saying and see how they can bring him and marry him along with their agenda.
Okay. Your claims stand logic on its head. Akeredolu replies presidency on use of AK-47. You read the story yesterday.
Why are they clamoring for AK-47 usage?
Are you not witnessing the insecurity in the country?
Are they the only states having such things?
And for the little I know, Amotekun has been working.
Let them continue working with what they have.
But they're saying it is not enough. You can't send me to bandits and give me sticks and maybe all the locally made
them to bandits.
Guns.
They are the ones that came up with them to protect their
And it's obvious they are working, and they are saying, okay, if you can empower us, if you can give us this, we'll work more, we want to do more, we are willing to risk our life for this.
Okay, so what now happens to the police, the military forces?
So you forgot that even the police, they are saying the number of police is very little to even guard Nigeria. So you are not aware.
Everybody cannot carry sophisticated weapons. See, these sophisticated weapons has its own power.
No, look, I was looking at the angle of, okay, fine, we'll give you this, but for this to happen, this is what you need to do. If you are okay, fine, you go for more training. If you were to involve maybe the military to give you people additional training, or do we employ external forces that has to do with security to train you guys, then you can use this. That is what I'm
doing. Do you also remember that there are some other states that have their own indigenous vigilante groups that once this thing, do you know but
you are aware that some time ago, Nigerian customs, they don't carry arms, but today they carry.
Yes, because...
Are you also aware that even road safety, they are clamoring for arms?
The reason why customs own, I don't have an issue with it, because what those smugglers do to them is very, very wonderful.
So for Amotekun, a bandit and...
Guy, this is internal. We still have the police, we still have the military forces, and all of these guys are still within, and you are now going to empower Amotekun. Other people will start clamoring for their own too. OPC will say yes, give us God. So Vigilante will say give us.
So for customs, police is not there.
Customs is a national is a national agency now. They are fighting against smuggling of things, and so they definitely need to be secured and to be protected.
Obviously, you are part of those that are against state police.
Why should I be against state police?
No, because you are not.
No,
you are not saying national.
Police.
National.
No, now Yes. This is a government is something that is in the well, it's Amotekun.
But you know that the governor is the chief security officer of his state, and he has the power to protect his state. Are you aware of that? We are
not fighting him for bringing Amotekun into
and he's
the
saying, as the chief security officer of the state, this is what I need. I need this to work. Okay. You want to send someone to the farm and not give the person hose and cutlass to farm? What do you expect?
Have gunpowder. See, you don't understand. See, what this, if they approve this AK-47, what it will just generate, you will not even be able to stand it. No. Even if they call you to come and stand with the president and advise them, you cannot stand it. Because even Ebubakar will come out.
Apostle, want AK-47. I want to give you an instance. Imagine if I send you to school in this 21st century and I decide to give you slate and chalk.
I will make use of it. Is it not alright? Hey,
Apostle, I send you to school.
Make use of what is available.
No. I will send you to school in this 21st century and give you slate and chalk.
My God. Oh, I don't want. I don't know. There is the answer inside of me is cooking, but I wouldn't release it on.
It's better you release it so you can have a free mind.
Chief Amotekun advisor and clamorer. Let's continue.
Don't allow politicians to destroy Nigeria. Obasanjo advises religious leaders.
I don't really like this kind of.
Which one will you even like?
That's how. Who was that yesterday? That what did the person say? Don't vote killers.
It was good Lord Jonathan.
Come out straight and say, see these people. These people, don't vote them. Don't come and be giving us variables. So this one have come. Say what we want here, not all of this kind of stuff. Which one is
Apostle, you also need to understand the positions they are in.
Positions
as you are on an on-air personality, and it will be wrong for you to just come out on air and say, vote for this person, vote for this person.
Instead of
now why won't you come out straight and
instead
say
of me to say vote for Kona names, I would rather not say it. This kind of statement is what is killing us. We don't know who this yesterday now. Who are the killers? We don't know. This one now. Who are the people that he's talking about? We don't know. I beg you.
50% global cancer burden in children will be in Africa by 2050. Okay.
I saw that story.
We'll fight.
We'll fight.
Okay. Adeleke alleges Oyetola plotting to plunge Osun into bankruptcy before leaving office. I'm sure you have the capacity to do a probe once you are sworn in. Page 5 of the Guardian newspaper. Troops raid bandits den, rescue 3 victims, recover arms.
Wow.
Okay. It's a good one. These are the kind of stories we want to hear. As our troops continue to engage in the fight against insecurity in the country. Page 7 of the Guardian newspaper. Air traffic controllers seek solution to jet fuel and forest liquidity crisis. We've always talked about this. You can visit page 22 of the Guardian newspaper, and that is much from that newspaper.
All right, very quickly from the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. Court stops Labour Party supporters from holding October 1 rally at Lekki toll gate.
I'm only okay. I've been asked questions with regards to the difference between not converging there and you are free to pass, because that was the ruling. They are not supposed to converge, but they can match, pass Lekki toll gate.
I think
they can converge at any place within Lagos, match past the toll gate, but they can't converge there.
They're trying to cover the wounds of.
I don't know. Only you
Yes,
knows.
now that's the only
I don't know.
Why they are agreeing all of this.
I don't know.
Was that not what happened when they wanted to do?
I don't know.
Remembrance of.
I don't know. Only Apostle knows. I don't know.
I'm a Teku spokesperson. I don't know. No problem. All right, you want to get more details on that story? Page 4 of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper is where you would go. Some of these stories have been repeated in the previous newspapers. I will campaign in every part of Nigeria. This is coming from Tinubu, and you can get more details to that story on page 3. How I plan to rescue and rebuild Nigeria, Atiku is saying on the second page of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. Okay, moving on to another story. This issue of flood. I think the federal government needs to draw the attention of all state governors to this. Yesterday was which state? Today now is Kogi. Kogi flood displaced 50,000 lawmakers says. Page 29 of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. I saw this story and I felt really bad about it. Building collapses in Ondo, kills 52-year-old carpenter. I think another sector, another place that the government need to put attention is in building industry. There have been a lot of collapsing issues, collapse, both old and new buildings, and
especially in the southwest.
They need to put more attention in there. Page 8 of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper has more details to that story. 2 feared killed as RTIN, that's Road Transport Employers Association of Nigeria factions, clash in Lagos.
Very dirty fight it was in Yanoba yesterday. I saw videos from the scene, and one disheartening thing I saw was that security men were there and they were just they looked away. I don't know what happened, but maybe they will make a statement very soon. But what I saw from the video,
this is serious. Page 8 of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper has more details to that story. NRC, Nigeria Railway Corporation, lost 531 million naira in 6 months to Abuja Kaduna train shutdown. This is coming from MD. And then page 6 of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. And finally, gunmen kill DCO, suspect in Oyo police station attack. Page 28 of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. We'll be taking the last newspaper for the day.
Okay, the Punch newspaper. I'll just be fast about this newspaper. I think I have less than a minute to leave. States to get $750 million World Bank loan in December. Dream killers. How South Africa's flawed visa process frustrates Nigerians. And Senate tickets, Machina flaws Lawan, seeks reconciliation. The verdict was given yesterday as to Yobe North senatorial ticket that there has been a lot of controversies surrounding it. But yesterday, Machina came out victorious as with the first primaries that was conducted. And INEC are saying that they've been vindicated. Controversy surrounds death of Lagos restaurant, family, friends, more. According to the story we read yesterday, they said it was a suicide. But controversy continues. Some are saying they don't think that is true. Page 4 of the Punch newspaper. That is much we can take because of time.
All right, this is where we will wrap it up for the newspaper review this beautiful 29th morning of September 2022. Thank you for joining us for newspaper review. Myself, Semosinachi, and Eze in the studio. Don't forget to follow and like our page on Facebook at Broad Street Radio NG. Join the conversations on our Instagram and Twitter handles at Broad Street Rad. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Broad Street Radio NG on YouTube. And our website is www.broadstreetradio.com. You could also reach out to us via WhatsApp on 0809 791 0074. Alright, join us again tomorrow at 9 o'clock a.m. for another interesting episode of the newspaper review. And for sponsorship and advert placement on Broad Street Radio, the numbers to call are 0809 791 0073 or 0803 436 1400. You could also send a mail to hello@broadstreetradio.com, or you visit our office at 195 Ikorodu Road by Palm Grove Bus Stop. Uni Brown House is the building. And if you are yet to download Broad Street Radio mobile app on your mobile devices, you are doing a wrong thing. Download Broad Street Radio mobile devices, mobile app on your mobile devices, so that everywhere you go, you can carry Broad Street Radio along with you. For Android phone users, visit the Google Play Store. And for the Apple phone users, visit the Apple App Store to download Broad Street Radio mobile app. Do have a